I mean, still,
well, and
it still leaves me speechless.
I divulged it a little bit more and said, well, guys, I have snacks afterward, right? Maybe a protein bar.
Yeah, your snacks aren't snacks.
Some popcorn, really feeling zesty, some Greek yogurt with some berries or something in that. Like, that's a little granola on top. It's a refreshing way to end the evening.
Yeah, so that's Brad Nortman's style of eating. And last night went exactly how it always does in my relationship. The hardest thing, even with a kid, I'll say the hardest thing for us is figuring out what to eat. And so yesterday, I wanted to get ahead of it based off of us talking about all this dinner planning. And so I even did it today. I know I'm going to the store after the show to get dinner tonight, but yesterday we decided to get takeout. And we ended up getting takeout from a local bar, an establishment that's probably 3 to 4 minutes from our house. Placed the to-go order, and while I was eating, it's just a very simple chicken bacon ranch wrap with sweet potato fries.
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds like, just chicken, lettuce, tomato, red onion, and some ranch. And it wasn't doused with ranch. But I did notice, and I forgot, got crispy chicken. So,
okay.
So it's a
treat yourself.
a little riskier for the stomach of mine.
Yes.
And I ate the grilled chicken wrap, or not grilled chicken. I'm used to saying grilled chicken. Apparently, I forgot the grilled part last time. And I was like, oh, that's good. And you know what the better news is? I'm sitting here and like, my stomach's doing good too. No less than 2 minutes later,
no,
my girlfriend says, I'm not doing great. I'm like, I'm not doing great either. We both start to get sweaty. We both are having a little bit of bubble gut issues going on.
Oh, no.
And I'm thinking, I couldn't get you out of my head because I was thinking to myself, can I hire you? Like, are you and Lexi open for business?
Happy to share and help however we can.
Like if I funded you, if you every Sunday are meal prepping, I'm not a fish guy, but like if I paid you for chicken and you guys shred all that chicken. If I paid you for get a couple extra chicken breasts for the week, and like, would you do that?
I mean, I'm open to doing it, Ben. We'll even put it like in a container. So like, this is Monday night. This is Tuesday night. This is Wednesday.
Well,
here's the thing, though. No, here's the thing, though, Ben. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it.
I'm saying two chicken meals a week.
Oh, come on. No, if it's going to be the Nortman plan, it's got to be the full Nortman plan.
You can't force me to have chicken 4 days in a row.
Oh, I can force you. I can force you. The thing is, that's the thing. I feel like you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I'll even throw in some oatmeal in the mornings, too, if you're really trying to get the Nortman plan. But yeah, it could be just nice and packaged up and ready to roll.
But like, why can't you meet me halfway?
What's halfway?
Halfway's 2 days of Brad's recipes and diets, and I'll live by it. We'll live by it
like a starter pack.
Yeah.
Dip your toe in the
It's
water.
like the free trial.
Yeah,
but not for free because I'll pay you for the food.
So it's basically like a free trial. You're dipping your toe in the water.
And when I say
Nortman
this,
experience,
I want to do the sugar-free sauces.
Yes,
that's
all you're getting.
The veggies. And like, what I was also thinking, there's no carbs, is there? Like,
not,
you guys,
not at dinner time, no.
You guys don't do rice?
Not at dinner. Maybe for lunch. You get a little bit of rice,
okay,
or a little bit of beans or something.
Wow. So since lunch is scattered for both of us, and we would be taking this on at dinner time, would you allow that modification to the Brad
add rice
and Lexi dinner? Chicken with rice and a veggie along with arugula?
The arugula part might be hard to replicate. The other part's super easy, right? Because it's just like literally
I'll figure the salad out. I'll figure the salad out. I'm saying the chicken, the sauces, and the vegetables. Whatever is
the way Brad said add rice was like an order in a restaurant. Like, chicken and vegetables, add rice?
It's one of those things where it's like, you go to a restaurant and they've got their dinner options, right? And you're like, ooh, that sounds really good, but I don't want this part, add this part. And the server is just like, no, I know the chef's going to want it made how he wants it made. That's what you're putting me in the position of. You want me to change to it. So I guess I will say from time to time, a little bit of rice, maybe quinoa. You ever had quinoa before?
Yeah, she loves quinoa.
Yeah, quinoa's good too. I'll throw maybe a little bit of that on there.
I'll do it as part of this. Like I'm committing to it because it will. And again, first and foremost, I know I put you on the spot. So if this is too strenuous, which you can be like, hey, like we're already preparing for ourselves for the week. I don't want to add you for a little bit of a Venmo every week, and that's okay to say. But I figured maybe it's just 1 week, and then or 2 weeks, if we try 2 days a week for 2 weeks of the Nortman household dinner eating experience, then maybe we incorporate it into our lives. Maybe our tummies are feeling better. Maybe our time is spent less figuring out, arguing about what the heck we're going to eat for dinner, and then focusing on more time to do tummy time with the baby.
This could be a complete life change in the Brust household. I'm telling you, once as you experience how easy it is, remove the stress of decision, remove the stress of preparation. You're just putting it in the microwave, you're taking it back out, you know it's healthy, you're going to feel good after. Cleanup's a breeze. Everything about it is just, it's forward thinking, man. I'm living years in the future here. So yeah, if that's what you want, we can get the Brust household and the Nortman household wavelengths here.
And in return, if you're open to it, because I know Kyle Wallace, who's not here today, is the germaphobe of all germaphobes. Like he annoys me with what he thinks is dirty, and then some of the things he does is hypocritical. Like he acts like a germaphobe, but then I don't know. He's licking his fingers.
He has his trail mix from when he has COVID, and he's just still pumping it away. I don't understand it.
Like old bags, dirt. Like he. Not showering for 2 days and coming in
strange.
So for him to be this high and mighty, anti-littering, I'm super clean guy, but also give us examples as to why he's a fraud to that as well, as we're learning he has some fraudulent tendencies. Yes, I hope he listens back and hears me say the word fraud because it makes his blood pressure go up. Well, he's on vacation. That's a little mean. But 800-990-3776. My olive branch is one, I make 3 or 4 specialty meals that I love to make. It's like my Sunday, my
tacos, right?
Well,
is that one of them?
Yeah, but I don't want to make you that because anyone can make tacos. I'm talking like my chili, which takes 3-4 hours. My Sunday sauce, which is like a meat sauce. I would love to make that. Benny's garlic chicken. It's
wow,
roasted garlic chicken. Yeah, I have them in my notes, and so in return, I would like to provide at least, it would be to the cheat meal, but not overly it's gonna mess up Brad's and Lexi's entire world, like a Friday or Saturday night where it's like, hey, you know what? We were gonna have a Palermo's pizza, which I love and do all the time anyway. Maybe mix it in when you do one of those days.
I'm down for that because I'm not I'm not super strict to this in that I won't eat things. I'm not the kind of guy that'll go to. Well, no, hold on. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy to go to a restaurant or go to my buddy's house and be like, I won't eat any of this. That's just not who I am. I'll have it. I'll enjoy it. It's just not part of my routine. So if it's gonna be part of the routine,
but my point
purposely
is,
breaking the routine.
If you're trying to get a part of my routine, which I'm okay with, which is why I'm asking, I'm trying to break into your guys' routine, which won't be as big as breaking into ours. It would just be adding a 1% into your 100% routine, making it a 99% routine with one meal per whenever, and we collide together.
Yeah, this is like a Venn diagram, right? You got the 2 circles that overlap together. We're trying to be the shaded area of the Venn diagram.
And my portion to you guys is literally the smallest circle of the Venn diagram that might have been a circle drawn in because you guys are very strenuous on your regimens.
But like I said, I mean, we have those cheat nights, we have those cheat days, so we are welcome. We welcome in any new type of meal that's outside of our go-to. Just frozen pizza just happens to be our thing. But Benny's garlic chicken,
Benny's roasted
chili,
garlic chicken, the chili, and Benny's Sunday sauce.
My mouth's watering a little bit.
I got Benny's honey mustard chicken.
Well, because you did bring in the chili that one day. I mean, it was a whole issue, right? Because you left your bowl everywhere, and it was definitely
in the office.
Yeah,
yes.
you brought your chili here. You heated it up, you ate it, but you didn't clean up your bowl. It caused an office,
havoc.
Dilemma.
And hand up on me.
Yep. And I think I had a taste of that. It was really good.
So, first and foremost, hopefully Lexi is listening. I don't know if she is or isn't. Hopefully she's listening and not texting, hell no, we're not making him crap. Or maybe she's like, I think this could be a fun way to intermix lives in a healthy way for both of us.
You know what? We are not so strict that we can't accept a little bit of change up. So I'll say that much. So are we talking you and your girlfriend too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't even ran it by her, but she's in.
Okay, sounds good.
Because based off of last night and the idea of like the strenuous, what are we going to do for dinner? If we could have 2 days in which we know, and then in reciprocation, I would make something on like a Sunday night and bring it in. See, that's the thing. I could do Saturday, and I could, we can meet you. I'll make sure that whenever you have your cheat day, I can prepare it as well. I can do after the show and get it started and have it done by 8, 9 o'clock and bring it in. So, and sometimes some of these, like the chili and the Sunday sauce, they're better the next day because after simmering, it sits in the fridge and all of it, gets a chance to really marinate in there.
Going into this, what are the odds you have a complete lifestyle change that looks like my life when it's all said and done?
Well,
what are the odds?
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Zero?
I was going to say, nothing zero. I'd say 0.01% chance. But there's still hope.
There's hope.
This is Dumb and Dumber. You're telling me there's a chance.
Yep.
Yes, there's a chance. I'm not blocking that out completely.
Yeah, 1 in a million. It's not 0.00000. There's at least a 1 in there.
I'm excited for this. I think it could be fun, and maybe it will solve some of my tummy issues as well.
Even to just have a couple of nights per week, even if that's what I leave you with, is like, you know what? I can't have the same thing every week, but at least I know my Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, those are taken care of. We can embed some stress-free evenings in the Brust household.
I'm very excited for this. I really am. I really am. To try it and to see if there is something that we can, meet each other in that Venn diagram. Girlfriend chimes in. I like the idea. 2 nights a week, not every day.
Here we go.
Aaron Rodgers came out with a book that's not his, actually. It's not his biography, but somebody made a biography about Aaron Rodgers. I texted Brad. I was like, you know what, Brad? I think you would write a good foreword for Aaron Rodgers' biography. Plus, what would you name Aaron Rodgers' biography of his time with the Green Bay Packers? I have answers. I want to hear from you, but quickly we'll go to Barry in Milwaukee. Barry, 800-990-3776.
Hey, guys. Love the show, man. You guys are the best.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Hey, Benny, my dad, when he was alive, he loved watching you play for the Badgers back in your day. He loved it. Yours guy.
I appreciate that.
Yours guy, yeah. So, anyways, I'm talking about Rayo's spaghetti sauce in a jar. It's made out east. You can get it at Walmart real cheap for $6.88 for a nice big jar of spaghetti sauce, all different kinds. You go to Shortino's on the east side. You get the best Italian bread they got. You buy your favorite pasta. That's all you need, man. Make a good sandwich. You're set.
There it is, Barry. It looks like Brad has heard of this.
Rouse, that is a very good spaghetti sauce. I agree with that. Whenever we go out, how about this? Whenever we do, remember I said spaghetti squash? That we do that like once a month?
We like spaghetti squash.
You know what we put on here? We put the Rouse on there, so we're on the same page. That's our favorite marinara sauce.
Well, your new favorite meat marinara sauce will be Benny's Sunday sauce.
Oof,
Let me tell you,
it's a big
better than the chili. Better than the chili. I promise. 800-990-ESPN. 800-990-3776. New Aaron Rodgers biography out, not his book, written by somebody else. What would you name Aaron Rodgers' book? About his time with the Green Bay Packers. I have answers, Brad has answers, and I want your answers. Coming up next on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Brad was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way. Because all last week, it was so much fun to do that. And I was like, well, I guess it's back to Kyle doing it now. When you said, want to do it with me? I was like, oh, yeah, let's do it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Did you know one of the best investments you can make? It's in yourself. At My Computer Career, in just a few months, you could start your new career in the high-demand, recession-resistant field of information technology. Isn't it time you invest in you and start a career in networking, cybersecurity, AI, or upskill to boost your current IT career? So, get the ROI you deserve at My Computer Career. No experience necessary. Start now at mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill. Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
Metro Kia of Madison is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home of the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle, Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. As always, at Metro Kia of Madison, you can enjoy 2 years of no-charge maintenance on any new vehicle. Browse their inventory and find this month's special at metrokiaofmadison.com. That's metrokiaofmadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership today.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business. With competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers, with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hope you're enjoying your Friday. It is Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust here alongside Brad Nortman, second place Brad. Chris Larson running the show. No Kyle Wallace. Less moody around here.
Pretty stable emotions in this studio.
My goal is to take a shot at him each segment.
Dang. Without the ability to defend himself.
Of course. Yeah, that's what I do best.
Well, to his credit, he chose to be out, number one, and he's on vacation. So, I mean, he probably doesn't care anyway, so might as well just let it rip.
Oh, he'll care.
That's
or we'll get back to him. 800-990-3776, the new Aaron Rodgers book that he is not a part of, Out of the Darkness. Got us thinking, if you could name the Aaron Rodgers story while with the Green Bay Packers, what would you name it? Brad, I'll kick it off to you. An 800-990-3776. I see him coming in on Twitter at KBN ESPN, as well as on the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line.
You know, I love when we do this because you guys know I love puns. I love working that all into our content and our conversations. I love when KBN Nation jumps in and gives us your stuff because you guys are just as creative as us. So I got two that I'm working with. Here, I'm going to go with the first one, all right? Airing it out. Rodgers doing his thing, doing it his way on and off the field. Airing it out, okay? Number two. This one's my favorite. That's why it's second. Championship belt to championship melt. Early champ never returns to glory.
Oh, wow.
That's a shot.
You got some long titles.
Well, you know how they have like the title and then the colon and then the subtitle?
You got a lot going on here.
This brain can't shut off.
800-990-3776. Your title of Aaron Rodgers' book, if it were talking about his Packers biography. Justin in the 262, choking hazard, Aaron Rodgers allergic to playoff success.
Oof.
Pretty good one there to start off the bat here. Mike in the 920, Icarus, the story of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good.
That's deep.
Isn't Icarus the one where he's like got the rock tied to his...
Icarus is the like the Greek god that flew too close to the sun and then it burned his wings off and he fell
down.
It's like a cautionary tale of pride.
And isn't there an Achilles, or I guess that's a Greek mythology person?
Yeah, so Achilles is like a Greek god, like took him by the heel and dipped him in like invulnerability, and it's everything but his heel. And so Achilles, in the Trojan War, I believe, allegedly was shot with an arrow in the Achilles and he died from it.
Well, I don't know if that's the Aaron Rodgers Packers biography, but who knows if you want to tie that into the 1-4 success. I do have 1-4. It's not my fault. Achilles heel.
Nice.
Drugs in football. I mean, mine are pretty blunt.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's right to the point.
Family matters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But not to me.
Dang.
This one.
Oh, wow.
This one is not a Packers one. This one is. I got to give a shout out to Brian D for this one. 3 and out.
3 and out.
This year.
Oh, wow. 3 plays with the Jets before he tears his Achilles.
I thought that one was really
good.
clever.
That's really good.
3.
There are so many unbelievable angles you could take with this. That's what makes it so fun. The dude is so complicated.
Mike in the 608, I am the smartest guy in the room. Just ask me. I mean, I kind of like that one as well. In regards to some of the conversation we had about Brad making, Brad and Lexi, his wife, making food on Sundays to help with my life and me making him meals in return, someone doesn't trust me. Kyle and Ben are disgusting. I would not let them make anything. Brad is the only person I would trust. Again, now that I have a baby, my hands are can you see how dry my hands are from the hot water and washing bottles, and like I'm probably like clean as a whistle for like 5 months based off how like my hands have been in hot water.
I do believe that Father Ben has become a completely new person.
I mean, you have to be.
Literally a whole new person.
You have to be. Ray in the 414, secondary ownership, the story of owning teams and defenses. We have a little bit of context on his wings were made of wax and the sun melted, but that's close. Good job, buddy.
That's close. I mean, shoot,
on the story of Achilles.
I hope that's like a good buddy and not like a good one, buddy.
No, I actually hope. No, James in the 262. I hope it was a buddy. Like,
yeah. Good
job, buddy. Like he's
wow.
I hope he's getting after you a little bit. On Twitter at KBN ESPN at ESPN Milwaukee, there's a ton here where it's literally you either love him or hate him, man. Like there's no in between. Like there's no like Aaron Rodgers autobiography, like the 4 MVPs and the 1 championship that I'll always remember.
He just gives you too much extra stuff that you can't avoid using that and weaving that into a book title or a book itself. I mean, look, the guy's greatness on the field, think about that, is so infrequently talked about in context of all of his other chaos. So I'm not surprised at these book titles.
That wasn't Achilles. That was Icarus, who got too close to the sun.
Icarus,
My bad on the his wings were made of wax. So 800-990-3776. What would you title Aaron Rodgers Packers biography? What was your favorite of mine?
3 and Out was good. Drugs and football.
Drugs and
football. I mean, that one's pretty great.
Drugs
I
and
like that
football.
one. Yeah, I mean, that's just right to the point.
Chris, you got any that you thought of?
None off the top of my head, but I like the one too that Family Matters, but not to me.
Yeah, that was like pause for effect and then finish the title.
If only I had that pause for effect when I did my stand-up comedy set, because
it's key.
It definitely was missing. I feel like I was rushing through it. Mike in the 414, green tea, meditating my way to mediocrity.
Wow. Mediocrity, even. Packer fans are scathing,
Yeah,
man.
but I think I get what he's saying to mediocrity, because if you want to put mediocrity towards the playoffs, we have we've done the breakdowns now of looking at his numbers. You might have actually you did it yourself.
Yeah, it was
you
pretty
looked
bad.
at his numbers just in the playoffs.
Yeah, and we even did the conference championship games, compared him to Mahomes and Brady and Manning. He was pretty bad. And I guess I'm one to say, right? I said championship belt to championship melt. I mean, that's pretty scathing. So
you're so mean.
Yeah.
So is James in the 262 says he's totally getting after you, buddy.
Man,
Nah,
James
he gave you a winky face. You're good.
Okay,
You're
my
good.
guy.
It's Friday. I can't,
Yeah.
James. I can't
Good
let
vibes.
Brad go into the weekend feeling like you got a vendetta against him.
Yeah, I got to be friends with all KBN Nation.
Justin in the 262, as long as Greg Scalzo, Ben's former co-host, didn't write it, then we should be good. Greg Scalzo famously was Aaron Rodgers' #1 supporter.
Oh, yeah, I recall. Scalzo and Brust.
Which would actually make me want to read it to see how biased it could be from one Greg Scalzo. 800-990-ESPN. Chris, do you have Brad's forward to Aaron Rodgers?
We do have it.
Out of the Darkness?
Yes, I do.
Brad Nortman put together a forward to the book. Here is the creativity of one Brad Nortman.
RELAX. Relaxation isn't a descriptor most Packer fans would associate with Aaron Rodgers, but this indeed was a strong statement by the Green Bay Packers QB1 that came to fruition just as he predicted. But who could have predicted what would have come next? Not even the sorcery of Blue of Earth could have prepared Packer fans for what would unfold. One of the most brilliant, respected, and wise minds on our planet, Mark Murphy, once called Aaron Rodgers a complicated fella. There's no doubt of Rodgers' greatness, but the championship belt would often turn into the championship melt, leaving Packer fans like Kyle Wallace in a state of heartbreak. Heartbreak that is second only to the Rodgers' high-profile girlfriends. Whether it be NFL, Super Bowl runs, relationships, or text messages, most experiences with Rodgers end with, "Lose my number, bro." He's a FaceTime guy anyway. Enlightenment, euphoria, and boosted mood, alongside vomiting, panic, paranoia, and distress. The ayahuasca experience, or the ups and downs of being a Rodgers fan? Indeed, with both journeys, we experience plenty of both, and those side effects you cannot immunize yourself from. Who knows what the future holds for Aaron Rodgers? Team ownership and control has been an ever-popular route, but like many things in life, Rodgers has already been there, done that. After I double-checked my sources, I did indeed find proof that Rodgers already sits in an ownership role. In due time, Packer fans will see only the light that Rodgers brought. But in the end, Green Bay and us Wisconsin fans, we will never quite ice you out, Aaron Rodgers, and we don't want to. We may have found a new love, but there will always be areas in our heart reserved for Mr. Rodgers' neighborhood. Thank you. I'll applaud myself even. It's just pun after pun. I did email
Brad has
you.
a little Jim Nance in him.
A little Jim Nance is right. Nice music, the lace behind there, too.
I loved the music
That was
behind
very
it.
nice. Very nice.
Well done by Brad Nortman and the ESPN Wisconsin production team. 800-990-3776. Owner of the Bears, but owned by the Niners when it counts. That's Dave from Aaron. I think that's pretty spot on as
true.
well. I was trying to type green teas, but not green tea. So that actually green teas meditating my way to mediocrity.
Like tease, like I'm teasing you.
Yeah, like when we get to the playoffs, I like that a lot better with green teas.
Yes, okay, I like that too. That's an excellent.
Because green tea, like I thought he was going with spill the tea, which is like gossipy, but
Yeah.
I like green.
I thought he was
teas.
going with like the ayahuasca, maybe like the
tea
tea.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
herbal guy.
that's the thing. The guy. You can connect anything to the guy right now.
It's insane.
Aliens, immunization, being mad at executives, or I guess that's Pat McAfee.
I mean, there were so many things. Even
And
in my,
that's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, there were so many things in my forward that I wanted to get in there. I just couldn't. I mean, the dude stuck his foot up at a press conference, and he's just talking about conspiracy theories. He is a nonstop content machine.
I actually hope that we get his story only. Just because it would be so interesting, you have to put I heard Josh DiMaggio say you'd have to read it with a filter. That's what you'd have to do, but I would get lost in the chaos. There's no doubt.
That's why when we talked about what documentary you'd like to see, I'd like to see him do a documentary because even the way that he delivers this,
yeah.
I mean, in such a cutting and angry, but kind of brilliant way. I mean, that's so unique to him.
Because when you do read things, you have to try and figure out
his
tone. The tone.
Yeah, and he does not mix his tone. He doesn't want to.
A couple highlights real quick. The sorcery of Blue of Earth was hands down my favorite.
Yep, she couldn't have predicted.
She wasn't a huge staple in the conversation around Aaron Rodgers' girlfriends, but the most fascinating of girlfriends or relationships that Aaron Rodgers had. Lose My Number, Bro was also phenomenal, as he famously told that to Adam Schefter, who you can hear on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on Wednesdays. 800-990-3776. Your Aaron Rodgers title of his Packers biography. You can keep sending those there. Plus KBN Academy, over, under, a whole lot more. Kyle Brust-Nortman this Friday. Love hanging out with you. We're not going anywhere.
You're listening to Kyle Brust-Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before then. I had nothing before then.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah,
That's who I am.
all right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to try and fly out.
Don't interrupt, dang it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely going to need a cold one. There's the one. It's fish fry season, Wisconsin, and one of my favorite traditions is heading to a local fish fry and enjoying it with some Potosi Brewing Cave Ale. Wonder from Potosi is here with me to tell us about Cave Ale and all about Potosi's Fish Fry Contest. Head to PotosiBrewing.com and click on the Events tab to find where you can enjoy Potosi Cave Ale and vote for your favorite fish fry.
That's what goes best with fish fries is Potosi Cave Amber Ale. 5.5% malted beer, so very smooth and well balanced. When you go into your favorite place, look for Potosi Cave Ale on tap. Inside there should be some signs and coasters, and on those will be a QR code. Vote for them for best fish fry.
Head to Licari's Bar and Grill, Gates and Brophy, Salvatore's, and Athens Grill. Vote for your favorite Wisconsin fish fry now, and of course, keep that fridge stocked.
Goodman's Jewelers has been providing sparkle to Madison since 1933. That's a lot of great memories. John Hayes for Goodman's Jewelers. We've been caring for generations of customers, and during that time our strengths have been trust, service, and selection. Those traits are who we are, and that will never change. Goodman's Jewelers, a destination worth reaching. 220 State Street, goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Madison athletes seeking elite training need to get started today at Total Athlete Performance. TAP is here to serve and educate the serious athlete with their speed, agility, and semi-private training options. Sessions are now available in both Windsor and their TAP facility inside the Verona Athletic Center. Also access remote training anytime, anywhere with the Total Athlete Performance app. Visit tapwisconsin.com for subscriptions, including monthly payment options. That's tapwisconsin.com.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions. Get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Mike Greenberg is Greeny. Second half of this season, Jordan Love was as good as any quarterback in the entire NFL with the exception of no one. He went into Dallas and humiliated the Cowboys in the playoffs. And you know what? He had San Francisco dead to rights. If I had to pick a sneaky flyer to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl next year, I would go to Green Bay.
Greeny, weekdays noon to 2 on 100.5 ESPN.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Broston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. No Kyle. Ben Broston, Brad Nortman here. Hope you're having a great Friday. 800-990-3776 and on Twitter at KBN ESPN is where you can get involved as we're asking, what would you title Aaron Rodgers' Packers biography as they keep coming in? Also want to tease what we are going to be getting to soon, which is, I believe, making the rounds through our sister station at ESPN Chicago. And since ESPN Chicago has gotten a hold of this poll, it has gone to Caleb Williams. Who do you think Bears fans would rather have? Caleb Williams on a rookie deal or Jordan Love on a 4-year, $50 million deal? And since ESPN 1000 got a hold of this, Caleb Williams, 55%.
No surprise.
The unknown commodity, which I will look forward to digging into deeper with Brad Nortman, but we got to get to the KBN Academy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, you really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
It is the KBN Academy where Brad and I, we are your professors. Chris is going to ask us some questions. We got to give an A or an F. No B's, C's, or D's, or anywhere else in between. Chris, take it away.
Let's start off with the NFL Combine, where NFL prospect Tyler Owens, who hadn't even ran the 40-yard dash yet, revealed during an interview that he does not believe in space or other planets and has subscribed to flat Earth theories he finds interesting and valid. Sounds a little bit like Kyrie Irving there. A or F, you would still draft him if he could help the Packers.
I mean, Chris, you took the words right out of my mouth. I got Kyrie Irving vibes all over the place. This is an F for me because, no, it is because, look, unless this guy was like over the top, best prospect at the time, and he was like...
It says help the Packers!
Yeah, but there's so many guys that can help the Packers. Give me a guy that has some sense to him, has a level head on his shoulders. There's no telling what... I mean, look...
I think this guy's supposed to have the best, 40, Chris?
Yeah, he's supposed to be one of the top runners for the 40 going into it.
We need speed!
He would have to, and legitimately, no pun intended here, have to be head and shoulders better than any other player for me to discount this to his grade. So give me someone.
What's the pun there? Does he not believe in head and shoulders?
He doesn't have a good head on his shoulders.
There.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
Ben.
but what about his football IQ, not his real IQ?
Yeah, but he has to still get along with people.
Kyrie won a championship, and he believes in things.
Kyrie is a classic terrible teammate. Nobody likes
Kyrie had a step back to help the Cavs win their first title in Cleveland.
Yeah, but he can't stay anywhere.
Did they have a title before that, Chris?
Nope, I don't believe so.
Yeah. Give me the normal dude.
I'm an A. I don't care what you believe, as long as you produce. Just because he believes that doesn't mean he's as outspoken. You can't just immediately compare him to Kyrie Irving.
Why not? He's the other famous guy that has this kind of crackpot
But
theories.
he's not. No, there are so many people that have these theories but that aren't super outspoken about it. It's not like he started a I'm a flat earther Twitter.
But how did
or
this
actually
come up,
might have
though?
a burner.
Because it's not like they just would have asked him out of nowhere. Hey, by the way, well, how do you feel about our global solar system?
Don't care. But guess what? If that guy's fast and he can help the team, he's one of 52.
Wow. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
You know what? You were second place, Brad. Maybe you needed somebody like this to get you a championship.
Give me character, give me logic over somebody
That's second place. That's second place, Brad. Next, Chris.
Moving on, the Badgers have dropped 6 of their last 8 games after a loss at Indiana earlier in the week. They have a home game against Illinois on Saturday. ARF, it's time to have a discussion about head coach Greg Gard.
All right. I want to take this one, Brad,
Please
if I may. So here's why the answer is F. Now, first I'll start off with I know everyone doesn't care about the regular season because when it gets to the tournament, I understand this. The tournament is what people remember. The tournament is what you were remembered by as a coach, fair or unfair. But it is worth noting, in 2020, they won the Big Ten championship. In 2022, they won the Big Ten championship. Last year, obviously, NIT. They were 2-6 in February. Obviously, not good. I think Greg Gard understands, not good. But this team is going to make the tournament. And so for everyone calling for Greg Gard right now and being frustrated about Greg Gard, channel that if he doesn't do anything in the tournament. Like, that's why, like, if you want to get at him for the tournament. But you can't have it like, get rid of him now. Well, it's the regular season, and he's proven in the last 2 seasons that they've won Big Ten championship. That just doesn't happen. And if you pay attention outside of watching your own team, everybody loses on the road. Has it been frustrating? Abso-freaking-lutely. Bad loss against Nebraska, losing the lead that they did. Michigan, unacceptable. I get all of it. I'm as frustrated as everyone. But if you want to channel your energy right now, that's not fair because there's the most important season that everyone cares about left, and you're turning the page to March today. You don't make or break your career as a coach in February. You do it in March. So if you want to be mad if nothing happens moving forward. But they play good teams. I'll actually be there Saturday, very excited. If they start playing a little bit better, they've proven to be a good team. I'm not saying they are this team. We started 16-0 in 14. We lost 5 of 6. This is before Bo had gone to a Final Four. I can't imagine what people were saying when we lost 5 of 6. They had a great start to the season as well this year. They've hit a bump in the road now. We found a stride a little bit earlier than they did towards the latter half of the season, but there's still time because you have some regular season games, the Big Ten tournament, and then the NCAA tournament. They are going to make it. If they can get to the Sweet 16, everyone can shut up. If they don't and you want to be mad. But for right now, shut up, let the season progress. It's frustrating, I get it, but you're channeling your energy at the wrong time.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better than the former Wisconsin basketball player right there, because this is an F for me too. Look, I get the frustrations, but let's not forget that 2 months ago, that this team was a top 10, top 5 basketball team in the entire country. Offensively, they were doing things that they've never done, or since Ben Brust's time at the University of Wisconsin was scoring. So, look, it's been a frustrating stretch, but college basketball is unique in that the end of the season matters so much. You're totally right. Even if they get an 8 seed, they make a run, Sweet 16, Elite 8.
They were an 8 seed when they beat Villanova.
Totally.
And went to the Sweet 16.
Even if they bow out in the round of 64 or 32, I need to see 3 bad seasons in a row from Wisconsin basketball before I'm like, okay, maybe it's time. So this would be season number 2. And I'm confident that they can turn it around with a respectable end of the season.
Just had to get that off my chest because I understand the frustration. But all the frustration that I've seen is about the tournament. And so to complain about the regular season is just dumb energy. You always break it down as regular season, Big Ten tournament, NCAA tournament. It's 3 seasons. You're channeling way too much energy of negativity in the first season in which there's been ups and downs. Right now you're living in the downs. I get it. But they have the talent to come back from this. If they do or don't, that's to be determined. If they don't, then I won't be on my high horse here getting all frustrated with where the energy is. Done.
And we're finishing off KBN Academy with this. One couple is facing backlash for charging people admission to attend their wedding.
You know what, Chris? Just put them in jail. That's all I need to hear.
I disagree.
Put them in jail.
I disagree.
Of course you do.
Because, if Chris was going to get there, they're charging $40 a person, right? So it's $80 for a couple. You're spending at least that on the gifts. They're saying, don't give us a gift, just charge us attendance. That's a wash. I don't know how much to spend on a gift anyway. I'm probably spending more than $80. I think it's a win for everybody. I like this out of this couple. That's smart.
Hate this.
Why?
Because, don't do the wedding then. Don't invite people if you're trying to offset the costs.
I mean, they should be prepared for a lot of no's. I'll agree with that. But it's the whole part of, I'm accepting the invite to the wedding. I'll pay $80. But that means no wedding gift. Great. Easy exchange for everybody. I am okay with that exchange. Because how much do you spend on a wedding gift anyway?
I mean, it depends
Maybe
on who you
$100.
are. I Venmoed Jesse Nelson $50 and I didn't go.
That's a good friend. I knew you had some love for Jesse Nelson.
Oh, no. It was the topic for 2 months because I apparently wasn't thoughtful enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get him a card?
No.
You just Venmoed him.
I just Venmoed him.
Was there a message? Or emojis?
Oh, I can go back
Venmos?
in my transaction history for you.
Was there a bride and groom emoji?
No, I gotta find what I said.
That's too funny.
If Jesse could go back in time, he probably wouldn't invite me to his wedding anyway. I don't even know if he did invite me. I don't even remember just how close Jesse and I are. Producer of Wilde and Tausch. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. We need caller 6 and caller 9 because we're giving away a $50 gift card for Over Under today. I think because I was out Wednesday, we were Madison only Tuesday. We moved Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust to yesterday, which means we're moving Over Under today for your chance to win a $50 gift card. 800-990-3776. Caller 6, you're going to get a category from Chris and an Over Under. And then you choose Over Under if you believe Brad and I will get more right than Chris's Over Under. Caller number 9, you're stuck on the other side. Winner will win a $50 gift card. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. Over Under. Coming up next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
What the hell happened to Bucky on your hat?
Football Guy.
A lot of wear and tear for old B.
Coming at it from different views.
I'm just saying he's well worn. I mean, his face is missing. Okay, well, it's probably time for me to freshen that up.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. The University of Wisconsin will be receiving a new indoor practice facility following approval by the State Building Commission announced Wednesday. The project, worth $285 million, is currently in the design phase, with construction scheduled to begin in 2025. The new practice facility will include replacement of the Camp Randall Memorial Sports Center, which opened in 1954, and the practice field in the McLean Center, which opened back in 1988. According to the school, the facility will impact the training for the majority of Wisconsin's 23 varsity sports and 800 student athletes.
Get no interest for up to 3 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't wait. You have to order by March 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an Equinox, winner of the J.D. Power Award for initial quality among compact SUVs. Lend a hand in the strong and capable Silverado. Or mix it up in a high-tech Trax with an available 11-inch diagonal touchscreen. Find family, friends, and fun in the Chevy that's right for you.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
For J.D. Power 2023 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Tune in to Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Behind the Bucks peels back the curtain to give fans unique access and deep storytelling unlike ever before. Subscribe and download right now to get a companion podcast to the new Amazon documentary, Giannis, A Marvelous Journey. Hear about the making of the dog and learn about how Milwaukee became home for the Adetokounmpo family. Find Behind the Bucks at bucks.com/plus or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Starion Bank, they pride themselves on being a super community bank. Small enough to show they care about you and the communities they serve, while being large enough to make big things happen. With 3 Madison area branches in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona, Starion Bank is here investing in your community while offering valuable personal and business banking services. Start your experience with Starion Bank today by going to starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job.
Here's how it works. Chris has thought of a category and has an over-under that he's given caller number 6. Scott in Milwaukee does not believe in us, Brad. He's on the under.
Okay.
Mac in Neshota, he's on the over. He's stuck on the other side. Chris, what is the category and what is the over-under? Because Brad and I get 10 guesses to get as many right.
All right, today's category is the Packers' give me the names of the Packers' last 10 first-round draft picks. The Packers' last 10 first-round draft picks, and I've got the over-under set at 7.5.
What's high?
If they had 2 in the first, does that count?
That still counts as separate ones, yes.
Okay.
So the names of the last 10 first-round draft picks drafted by the Packers.
All righty.
Okay.
Let's
Over under
work.
7.5. You guys ready?
Here we go.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Let's work backwards.
Yep.
LVN
Lucas
final.
Van Ness final.
Lucas Van Ness, a first-round pick in 2023.
Quay
Walker final.
Quay Walker, a first-round pick in 2022.
Devontae Wyatt
Correct.
final.
Devontae Wyatt, also a first-round pick in 2022.
Was Stokes?
Well, yeah, Stokes.
Was Stokes their only one in 2020?
I believe so.
Or 2021? Stokes final.
Eric Stokes, a first-round pick in 2021.
Jordan Love final.
Jordan Love, a first-round pick in 2020.
Because there's 5.
Rashawn Gary final.
Yep.
Rashawn Gary, a first-round pick in 2019.
I believe Jair in the same
Jair
draft. Jair final.
Jair, a first-round pick in 2018.
There's our 7. Now it gets hard because that's when I really start to think about the Goody era, and
like the Ted's before this.
2
now.
minutes.
Yep. So
it's gonna slap us in the face. Was Kenny Clark wasn't?
No, and I think the hard part is a lot of Ted Thompson's guys that were good were not first-round draft picks. Like Aaron Jones, like a 5th rounder.
Was Ha?
Oh,
Kevin King.
Oh yeah, Kevin King.
Kevin King final. Was that second round? Chris, what was that one? Or was that too far back?
Too far back.
Ooh. Clinton Dix, he might be too far back too.
Think, Ben. You can do this. What about an offensive lineman?
Well, we know a lot of defense for Goody.
D-Bach, no. I'm trying to think.
No wide receivers,
position
no
group wise.
No tight end.
No running back.
No running back.
It's all defense. It is all
It's all
defense. We know this.
Yeah. Okay. So what about
1 minute.
D line?
No, because it's nope. The only I'm trying to think longest tenured.
I can't think of
cornerback, safeties. Savage was a second. Gosh, I need to go further back. Think of the 2019 roster. Who would have been on the 2019 defensive roster?
Oh my goodness.
30 seconds.
The 2019 roster was the Gary. 30 seconds. We just need one more.
Should we try Clinton Dix?
Clinton Dix, final. It's gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me. This is gonna break my heart.
Yeah. I literally am blanking on. I can't see these names.
10,
oh, no.
9, 8,
the countdown of death.
7, 6,
I got nothing.
5, 4,
Chris
3,
Barnes file. No.
2,
Kenny
1.
Clark final. I got Kenny Clark out there. If it was, it's not. Yeah!
Oh my God! That was a Hail Mary.
I got it before.
Kenny Clark, a first-round pick in 2016.
Wow!
Check the tape. Check the tape. I got it off.
That was unbelievable.
I had to start throwing names out.
That's an all-time over/under right there.
The two that were missing that you guys had, one of them you named, 2019 Darnell Savage, also a first-round pick with Rashawn Gary.
Damn it!
And then in 2015, Demarius Randall.
I was trying to get rid of him. We just talked about him in the pre-show meeting.
Those are the last 10 Packers first-round draft picks.
Wow. Great call on Cap.
All right, well, congratulations to Mac and Nashota. And Scott, if you do want to protest, you can, but I promise you, when the tape is rolled back, I got that off before 0.
Yep. For sure. I don't think there's any doubt in it.
Whew.
Was Clinton Dix also too early?
I don't think
he was. Yeah, he was the first-round pick, but he was too early as well.
Okay.
For the last 10. Considering there were 2 drafts where they drafted 2 first-round picks.
Yep.
Sneaky good topic and line, Chris.
Yeah, because
Very
that
good.
Darnell Savage one slipped my mind. I thought he was a second-rounder.
Yeah, me too.
800-990-3776. I want to get to our poll that we mentioned. If you were a Bears fan, would you rather have Caleb Williams on a rookie deal or Jordan Love 4 years, $50 million? Our friends, our sister station at ESPN 1000 in Chicago got a hold of this poll. Caleb Williams is running away, which is just disgusting. We discussed that in 2 minutes. Kyle, Bruston Nortman, no Kyle.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Join Alex Strofe, Hunter Vaughn, and a featured special guest every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. And subscribe to the Mr. Irrelevant podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. Starting in baseball, the Brewers are back in action today. They dropped yesterday's game 7-5 at the hands of the reigning World Series champion, Texas Rangers, looking to get back in the saddle as they currently trail the Padres 2-1 in the fourth inning of their spring training game. I know the record is largely irrelevant, but for those interested, the crew currently sits at just 1-5, hoping they can get that second win this afternoon. Moving on to basketball, as the Bucks look to add to their 4-game winning streak tonight in Chicago. Tip-off against the Bulls is slated for 9 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 8:30 right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. And then finally, switching to the college scene, the Badgers will try to turn the page and march toward, hopefully something positive, anything positive. They take on 13th-ranked Illinois tomorrow at the Kohl Center. Tip-off scheduled for noon.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Broston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
10, 9, 8,
The countdown of death.
7, 6,
I got nothing.
5, 4,
Chris
3,
Barnes foul. No.
2,
Kenny
1.
Clark final. Kenny Clark, I got Kenny Clark out there if it was. It's not.
Yeah! Oh my gosh! That was a Hail Mary.
That's closer than
Kenny
I thought.
Clark, a
Check-
first-round pick in 2016.
Wow!
Check the tape.
That was one of those times when you see a basketball last-minute shot, you got to figure out,
Is
the
it off
ball
the fingertip?
leaving? Yes.
Is the red light on in the background
Yes.
in the backboard?
It was that close.
That was over under. If you missed any of the first hour of Kyle Bruston Nortman, you can catch that on Wisconsin On Demand, wherever you get your podcast. 800-990-3776 on YouTube, at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee. No Kyle, just Brad Nortman and Ben Bruss, Chris Larson running the show. But I do want to move to the Green Bay Packers and the conversation around Caleb Williams, because Mike Florio basically tweeted that if Caleb Williams to the Bears means sorry to the Packers, the Vikings, and Detroit. And you know what I say to that? I've seen this story before, and we've seen it since 1985. William Tausch did something from 9 to noon across ESPN Wisconsin talking about, is it luck? Is it organizational success because of the way they're structured that the Packers have landed Favre to Rodgers to Love? And I'd probably say, if I had to put a weight on it, probably 70 to 75% organization, 20 to 25% luck-ish.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that's fair.
10% of, Vince Lombardi touching the Green Bay Packers from heaven. You know what I mean? Like, there's no perfect answer to that, but there is a reason why the Packers organization has stuck to a model, and it's created the sustained success. Now, with that, I don't want to hear this Caleb Love stuff, because to me, Caleb Love hasn't played it down in the NFL.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Love. Thank you. Goodness
He
gracious.
wishes.
Yeah, he wishes that he was brothers with Jordan Love and had
That's
his
right.
DNA and was as humble and is even keeled and
That's
his
right.
leadership.
Dashing good looks. I mean, how much
All
more
of
time
this.
we got?
But Brad, What do you make of the hype around Caleb Williams, even if he does go to the Bears?
Well, look, he's a good quarterback. There's no doubt about it. But every quarterback, whenever I talk to a scout or a GM or whatever, if they're going to be honest for a minute, whether it's a first overall pick quarterback or Mr. Irrelevant or an undrafted guy, every single player coming from college is a prospect. And like any prospect is, there's uncertainty. You just never know. We don't have to go that deep in the NFL draft catalog to see the prior years where you look at a quarterback and say, this guy's can't miss. This guy is can't miss. And then sure enough, it's a miss. It's 50-50, whether it be a first-round quarterback, a first-round player at all, and it gets nothing but worse from there as far as what their likelihood of success is in the NFL. Because there's nothing that could actually prepare you for playing in the NFL. It's completely different from college. And all this thing with like Caleb Williams, for instance. He looks the part. From everything I've heard, great kid, great quarterback. But he didn't shine in the big moments at USC. And just the playbook, the speed, the physicality, everything about the NFL is so much harder. That's why when you're talking about, our poll that we put out there, would the Bears rather have Jordan Love for $50 million a year or first round draft pick Caleb Williams on a rookie contract? You have to pick Jordan Love. He's a proven commodity. He's shown you he can do it. He's worth that amount. You have no idea what Caleb Williams is going to give you. It could be Patrick Mahomes all the way down to Ryan Leaf and anything in between. Because that's what first round quarterbacks can get you. It is scary. So And that's what you said about how did the Packers just get it right? I think it is mostly organizational success, right? You have to identify the things you like in a quarterback, but it's a completely different ballgame, college to pros. You need time. You want your quarterback to come out there, be prepared, have success, feel like they're meant to be there. There's nothing like an apprenticeship to do that. That's what the Packers do.
Who do you think the Bears would rather have? Caleb Williams on a rookie deal or Jordan Love on a 4-year, $50 million deal? Caleb Williams, 58.5% of the vote. 41.5% say Jordan Love. And that is a mixture between the Wisconsin audiences and our sister station, ESPN 1000. And so, again, this is asking to think as a Bears fan, which is an impossible question to ask Green Bay Packer fans in the first place. Well, I'm sorry for making you think this way.
Yeah, seriously. Packer fans, you don't have to go there. But if you can put yourself in our rivals, the Bears' mind, Goody even said something like this in I believe in an interview with Larry McCarron or something where he said to the extent of, if you have your quarterback figured out and you do, that changes how you build a team. The Bears think they might have it in Caleb Williams, but they don't know that they have it. So therefore, they can't take the same roster building approach that the Packers can. So it's a big, big, big deal when you have a proven quarterback in there, not hope.
Well, let's hear from Goody, because I did like this as well. He's talking about how they can approach things with the stability that the Bears have been lacking.
How different is this draft, your preparation for it and so forth, from last year in the sense you now know you got the guy at the most important position, Jordan Love. You know it. You saw it.
Yeah. I think, certainly we felt it last year, and our mindset as we built the team was going to be in the same way. But again, so proud of Jordan and what he accomplished last year individually and how he led our football team. He's got so much more in front of him for growth, just like a lot of our young players do. But I do think the stability at that position certainly gives us confidence as we head into this season.
Yeah, I mean, heading into this season's a big portion of that, as that was Goody talking with Larry McCarron, I believe Packers.com there. And when it comes to the season is well-rounded from, it's not just when they're playing games, it's leading up to training camp, it's before OTAs, it's with the free agency, it's with the draft. The options on the table are so much larger than if they are all those teams. Like, it's so funny to me seeing how mock drafts from December of 2023 to now March 1st of 2024 have moved what, Brad? 3 quarterbacks into the top 3 because if you're drafting from those spots, it means you don't have a solution. And if the Packers have that solution, the world becomes their oyster.
And honestly, too, the only benefit of this poll question, because we know who's going to play better next season, Jordan Love or Caleb Williams. It's going to be Jordan Love, right? He's been there. He's done that. He's older. That's going to be his 5th NFL season. There is almost no chance that Caleb Williams plays better than Jordan Love next season. So the only benefit of this is contractual. Can the Bears even take that extra $45 million and put capable, really good guys around Caleb Williams? They haven't shown that ability either. So they've struggled from roster building, and they've, of course, struggled from quarterback. And my fear for Bears fans, and the Packer fans will rejoice in this, I think this is just going to be another quarterback that's just going to be thrown into the mix of a bad organization that curses their quarterbacks.
Ugh.
And it's just the truth. That's why there were reports, whether they're true or not, that Caleb Williams didn't want to go to Chicago. And when I heard that, I'm like, of course he doesn't want to go to Chicago. Who would want to go to Chicago? They've had no success in building a quarterback. There's a reason for that. So, Packer fans should be happy and counting their blessings that Jordan Love is their quarterback, even if you got to pay him $50 million, because the Bears would rather be there.
James in the 262, that would be insanity to pick Williams over Love. Well, that's what you get when you have Bears fans entering the KBN ESPN Twitter X poll. Bears fans are just as dumb as the organization. Of course, they will say that. Benny, get your brother on the line. That is our official delusional fan of the South, Jonathan Brust, that he is referencing. 800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN. JB in the 608 is still down on Love. Caleb Williams' percentage should be even higher. Jordan Love has proved nothing.
What?
He could just easily have a sophomore slump, and Caleb Williams could be the next Patrick Mahomes.
If you're going off of evidence, how likely is that, though? Caleb Williams hasn't played one snap in the NFL, and Jordan Love took his team to the divisional round of the playoffs and looked darn good doing it.
They did. They did look good doing it. I guess the only argument I can make, and I think the dumbest thing that JB said, and I love you, JB, kind of not really, is Jordan Love has proved nothing. Excuse me?
Yeah, come on.
Excuse me? So JB, I want you to continue to chime in. But you have to at least have some sense to know that Jordan Love's stats, and when I say stats can be a reflection of a lot of things, but they're the damn reason the Green Bay Packers made a run at the end. His play, the wide receivers, the tight ends, Aaron Jones had a lot to do with, but they all came together, and their back were against the wall against the Vikings, against the Bears, against the Cowboys, and he played his best. I can't get over he proved nothing. We have evidence.
Yes.
If anything, Williams has proven nothing.
He has proven nothing on a pro football stage. And if you don't believe us, listen to every quarterback guru out there. They salivate over Jordan Love, about how he throws the ball and his placement, his decision-making. So don't just listen to us. Listen to every quarterback expert out there.
Mike in Hartford, 800-990-ESPN. Welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey. So, bad footwork, underthrows, overthrows, none of the, half a bad season. We're still set on this guy?
So you're not. Just tell me you're not because of a bad half a year.
Well, even in the good half of the year, he has bad footwork.
That's great, but the results are the results. And he's going to work on that. I appreciate the perspective because that is what everyone comes back to, right? They come back to the bad half of the season. They come back to the footwork, and trust me, we talked about this. There were times watching that second half of the season where when he was off the back foot, I did the hold the breath. No safety coming. But you know why he was able to do it? Because he was reading the damn defenses. And then when they're bringing pressure, he was getting the matchups he wanted. He got guys in position where he could then deliver passes, even if he didn't have the greatest footwork. But what I do know is he had 21 touchdowns to 1 interception. You know who didn't have that? Any other quarterback in the NFL. That just doesn't happen by accident. You don't have a 157.2 passer rating in a playoff game on the road as a 7 seed at Jerry World if you have no evidence of being good. I can't believe that.
I totally agree. So, you know who also had bad footwork? Was Aaron Rodgers. You know the guys that can have bad footwork and still play at an elite level? Guys that have elite arms. Now, there's no saying that he shouldn't improve it. He should. You should only use bad footwork when necessary. But you cannot look at what he did the second half of the season when it mattered most, when the rest of the offense matured around him. You can't look at that and not tell me you've got a quarterback one that is capable of winning a Super Bowl.
800-990-ESPN. I see the text. I see the calls. 800-990-ESPN. We'll continue to get to you, but also it is a Screaming Friday. We got to give away some great Palermo's prizes, from pizzas to pizza cutters to a bunch of different stuff. Caller 4, 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN if you want to win the Screamin' Prize Pack. 800-990-3776. It's so screaming good. Taste what all the screaming is about.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this? Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ripping me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lay back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in the open seats?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Cozy up your home with fresh cabinets from SprayNet of Southern Wisconsin. SprayNet knows that the kitchen is the heart of your home. Let them help you fall in love with it again. Quicker and more affordable than replacing your cabinets, SprayNet can have your kitchen cabinets looking like the day you first saw them. Their exclusive painting technology and technique will have your kitchen transformed in less than a week. Schedule an appointment today with Dale, the owner of SprayNet of Southern Wisconsin. Go to spraynet.com.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honey's to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honey's experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
Hey, it's Bobby Portis, and I love playing basketball in Milwaukee. When I drive down the lane, I move fast and make sudden moves to drive to the hoop and score. But when I'm behind the wheel in the driving lane, I control my drive. I don't speed or make sudden movements. Speeding and reckless driving are the leading causes of traffic injuries and deaths in Wisconsin. Do what I do. Control your drive. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Wisconsin DOT.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Reaction rolling in 800-990-3776. I appreciated the call. I think it was Mike in Hartford. Somebody in Hartford.
That was correct. Mike in Hartford.
800-990-3776. We have a poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Who do you think the Bears would rather have? Caleb Williams on a rookie deal or Jordan Love on a four-year, $50 million a year deal? Caleb Williams, 59%. Jordan Love, 41%. There are some ESPN 1000 creatures and fans crawling into the poll, which I think swayed that more towards Love. But it still wasn't overwhelmingly Love. Which, in our conversation, Brad, the evidence is there for Jordan Love. And one text said he's proven nothing. Mike in Hartford's worried more about his footwork and in the bad half a season that he had, where I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't you rather a guy have a bad first half of the season in his first year starting in the NFL than, like, anything else? Like, that, if anything, that's when you want to see him struggle. And they were 2-5. They were 4-6. And Jordan Love was the main catalyst of them getting out of there. It wasn't like 15 turnovers over 8 games. It was, it wasn't that. Like, they were a bend but don't break defense. You can argue he played bad a couple times in those stretches, but he bounced back. And with that, in the last 10 games, he was like 22 touchdowns to 1 interception, and led the Packers to the youngest roster in the NFL to make the playoffs and the only 7 seed to win on Super Wildcard Weekend while balling against a Cowboys defense that feasted on pick sixes and turnovers, and Jordan Love carved them up.
He sure did. And though that stretch that everyone loves to bring up, right? Everyone loves to bring up October. And don't get me wrong, when we were living through October, I was just as concerned. You had a good September, bad October. The rest of the way was nothing but gold. When you think about that, though, Aaron Jones is out. No running game. You had wide receivers, tight ends that were out. Bend but don't break defense, as you said. A struggling kicker. He endured a lot. When things got even close to healthy, when these receivers finally were running the right routes, he was awesome. And no one can talk about that. Here's the thing with me. Every NFL team, they need an elite quarterback. You just need it to be competitive in this league. If you want to make the playoffs, you want to make a Super Bowl run, you need an elite quarterback, right? And they are willing to pay for it. You want to be the franchise that you are begging to pay a quarterback to be an elite level quarterback. The Packers have that opportunity. If you look at Caleb Williams' odds to be elite, I would say that's nothing more than a coin toss. 50-50. He's got a 50-50 chance to be an elite, might even be too strong, a quality starting quarterback. That's what historically it is. It's a coin toss. If you look at Jordan Love, it is the odds of him being elite long term. It can't be any less than like one face of a roll of the dice, right? If it's like the chances of rolling 1 on a cube dice, right? He has a much higher likelihood of being elite because at least he's shown it in the NFL. I can't tell you the difference between college and the NFL. It might as well be 2 different languages, 2 different sports because it's that much harder to make the leap.
800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776. Aaron in Fredonia chimes in. Whatever the Bears do at QB, they will screw it up. And I think I get where that's coming from. And you can say, well, there's no evidence to that. You're just saying something. Well, we actually had a conversation of how the last 30 years the Packers have an organization that has sustained success. Aaron Rodgers had ownership of the Bears from a big-time standpoint. And Jordan Love didn't lose to the Bears this year. But my point overall is we had the conversation. Is it luck? Is it the organization? Clearly, some part of what the Packers do structurally at 1265 has led them to finding the success of having great quarterbacks.
And they're the envy of the rest of the league in that.
The Bears, I mean, since 85, name it. And as we talked about pre-show,
then, it was all
if I hear
defense.
Sid Luckman's name thrown around, I don't care. 1950s.
It's an embarrassing stretch, and there are just some teams that haven't figured it out yet. The Packers are the ones that have, and the Bears are the ones that haven't. So that's why I'm actually surprised they're not more desperate in finding a guy that is a proven commodity, trading for someone, maybe finding someone on free agency. This is their best opportunity yet, but Caleb Williams is and will be a prospect flip of the coin. We have no idea until he steps foot on an NFL field in September. And even then, you won't even know. So they're relying heavily on a guy that historically just says, you just don't know. You don't know if he's going to be good or not.
Again, I still love now that I know Kyle Wallace is alive. He's not with us today. He is on vacation. But he is now active on Twitter, and I hope he's seeing the results of do you think Bears fans would rather have Williams on a rookie deal or Jordan Love on a 4-year, $50 million deal? Chef Ed, welcome into Kyle Brust and Nortman. What up?
How's it going, guys? I would take Love. I would take Love on the $50 million deal. People like Chewy and Tauscher and all those guys, they always say, it's a whole different level going from college to the NFL. So Caleb Williams may be a superstar, but he has never played a snap in the NFL. Jordan Love was proven in the NFL, and he got us against. He killed the Cowboys. He got us against the 49ers. I would take Love over Caleb Williams' deal.
And not to mention,
and
Chef
Benny,
go ahead.
Yeah, Benny, you're talking about you guys were talking about food earlier. I want to challenge you to a Sunday sauce. You could have.
Oh, wow.
You could have Kyle, Brad, and Chris as the judges, and do you have like a regular spaghetti sauce, or is it bordelaise sauce, or bolognese sauce?
It's more a bolognese type. Now, with Chef Ed, the problem that we have that we're running into, and thank you for the call, Chris ain't trying anything, and Kyle ain't trying anything because they're dorks and germaphobes. Fair?
I'm not a germaphobe, but I just don't trust people, anybody cooking for me that I really don't know that well.
That's hurtful.
What if we made something for you, Chris? Do you know us well enough?
No, I know you guys, but I don't know you well enough.
What's the definition of well enough?
Close friend?
Yeah,
family?
like I hang out with, pretty much like family, yeah.
All right, Chris, come on over. 800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776. If you do hang out with us, Carbless is going to be handy for old Chris.
Yeah, you know what it is, because it's Friday. That means the weekend is here. When I think of weekend, I think of Carbless. That's because it's my favorite premium cocktail. It's the only thing I grab when I'm looking and trying to have an alcoholic beverage.
Hold the thought, Brad, because I do want to get into the Friday and the Carbless, but Ryan, our resident Bears fan.
Okay.
The Bears have had Gale Sayers and Walter Payton. What running backs do the Packers have? Oh, wow! What's the relevance to that?
Yeah.
1985!
Who cares? This is a quarterback league.
That's like when somebody called in, and God bless his soul, we love him. He was a Packers fan. He said this is a running league. And I was like,
No, it's just not. It's just not. I mean, you can take Walter Payton and Gale Sayers. I'll take Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and Jordan Love and sleep plenty happy at night.
And you're plenty and happy at night with your Carbless.
I am. I'm going to be happy tonight because when I get home, I'm going to go down to the Nortman fridge. I'm going to open up. I'll probably have a Palermo's pizza with it. But when I look at it and I say, you know what? I just need my fridge full of Carbless because it has everything I need when I'm looking for an alcoholic beverage. Handcrafted vodka, tequila, and rum cocktails that have, you guys know me, we talked about it earlier in the show, my diet is dialed in. So that comes to my drinks as well. No carbs, no sugar, no gluten, 100 calories a can, less carbonation, just the right amount for that, that crisp taste, but not enough to make me feel like I'm feeling bloated after drinking it. Made right here in Wisconsin, which I absolutely love. They've got a flavor for everyone. I've been crushing the classic cocktails lately, the Paloma, the Strawberry Margarita, Moscow Mule Mojito, but they also have that delicious fruit angle with raspberry, pineapple, lemon, lime, and cranberry. There are so many different flavors for you to choose from. I know that I can't get enough of them. I think I'm actually going to go to the store right after and get a little bit more because I want more variety in my fridge. I'm drinking Carbless tonight. I hope you are too, so you can understand why less is more. Find them online and at retailers near you.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say finna. Say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the show.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What does it take to make a diamond? Extreme heat and pressure and about 1 billion years. But you can't wait that long. What do? You go to Goodman's Jewelers. I'm John Hayes from Goodman's Jewelers. There's a reason we are the Diamond Store of Madison. Since 1933, we provided outstanding service and selection to our customers, and that in turn has helped to establish countless great memories through the years. GoodmansJewelers.com, located at 220 State Street, truly a destination worth reaching.
Get 0% interest for up to 3 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I'm Gina Della from Pella. Pella's free in-home consultations make replacing or redesigning your windows and doors easy. We go beyond just measuring and handing you a quote by listening and educating you on all of your product options. And with DesignWorks, you can see what your home will look like before you buy. Order by March 31st to get 0% interest for up to 3 years. Set your free consultation at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply.
Make it a real Mad March with a playoff payout at Potawatomi. Every week you could score your share of $100,000 in cash and free play. Play this March for drawing entries. Win each Thursday. Plus, the prizes refresh every week for even more winners. The playoff payout at Potawatomi, Milwaukee. It's anyone's game. For more details, visit paysbig.com/payout. Must be 21 and a club member to play.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Mackenzie Zimmerman. Now you're a multiple sport athlete, basketball, and we first met when you were a freshman playing softball. Can you believe this is going to be 4th year of varsity softball?
It's crazy. Seriously, I remember first time being interviewed by you. I didn't have shoes on. I ran out there in my socks, but yeah, now 4th year of softball, it's crazy.
You look at your time in Middleton, what's going to stand out the most? Now this is the largest high school in the state.
Yeah, I do say that I walk the same route to class every day and swear I see someone new every single day, but truly I do think we have a great support system here, teachers and staff. It's very nice that a lot of our coaches also work here. Just so many coaches who understand what it's like being a student athlete too, so it's great to have them around.
The host might be irrelevant, but the conversations aren't.
I am not on the fire Greg Gard bandwagon, nor should I be. But something's got to give here as we get into March.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
4 weeks ago, everybody had really high hopes. There were national analysts picking them as a sleeper Final Four team. They might now be a sleeper second weekend team.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe. Live on ESPN Madison's YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And available wherever you get your podcasts.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sports Bettors Potawatomi Sportsbook is going through the state-of-the-art upgrade right now, so you can find the temporary sportsbook outside the marketplace on the casino first level. But the all-new sportsbook is opening in May. And if you're ready to spark something new, light up your senses at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Explore paysbig.com. That's paysbig.com. There's just something about going to the machine and sticking the money in there, touching the screen, getting that printed ticket. It feels like a winner every time, even if it's not. And there's something about that feeling, whether it's at the sports book, whether it's at the roulette table, the craps table, the blackjack table. I mean, they have everything. And I love dabbling in it all. Makes me sound crazy. Yes, I am. But I love it all at Potawatomi Sportsbook, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, paysbig.com. That's paysbig.com. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman. No Kyle Wallace. Chris Larson running the show, 800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776. I found this from Goody very interesting because it's something that the Packers don't do often. And if he's saying it out loud, I hope he's putting in the work on the back end. Here's what he talked to with Larry McCarron.
5 picks in the first 100. What does that allow you to do?
Get good players, right? I mean, obviously that's what we're here for, but I also think it gives a little bit of flexibility, whether it's moving around within the draft or if there's players out there, veteran players that are available, that certainly could be a possibility as well. So you'd never have enough, and you want them as high as they can be. But I think with some of the things we've done in the past, we've set ourselves up to have some flexibility and ammunition as we go into this draft.
That was Goody talking with Larry McCarron, I believe Packers.com there. A lot stood out to me, but mostly when he said they had the flexibility of moving around in the draft, and then he mentioned potentially going to get a veteran player.
And that's not the first time Goody has said this now. So it has caught my attention each time because not only has he said it multiple times, this is so outside of what the Green Bay Packers normally do.
They don't trade for players. They've traded players for assets. But like, you got to take the audience through what the heck the list is, because the list is short. And so when I hear this, my ears perk up and I get excited. But when we get excited and think like, oh, they might do what we want them to draft a wide receiver in the first round. They don't do that.
For context, for how exciting this might be, here are the 5 biggest, and we're talking about like needle-moving trades, not just trading a 6th-round draft pick for a guy who's going to make the practice squad, whatever. These are needle-moving trades that's what we're hearing from Goody that he wants to do. So obviously Brett Favre in the first round from Atlanta, that's 1992. These are the ones that are the most recent, and I want you to hear these years when I take most recent, because they're 20-plus years ago. Amon Green, running back, 5th-round pick from Seattle. That was year 2000. Al Harris, 4th-round draft pick, traded from Philly to the Packers, 2003. And finally, Mike McKenzie, 2004, was a trade from the New Orleans Saints to Green Bay. The only other trade where you'd say, okay, that was a needle-moving trade is, because they rarely don't trade up to go get a guy, would be the Jordan Love trade when they traded up for the first round for that. But we're not even talking about necessarily draft picks. What he said was an experienced vet. So you're talking about Brett Favre.
I heard veteran player.
Yes.
In my ears, I made sure I listened to that thing 4 times because I couldn't believe it.
And we're talking about 20 years since the Packers have done anything like that, where the Packers receive an experienced veteran player, not trading one away for draft picks. So what that tells me is Goody's in win now mode. Win now mode. No more flipping the coin and figuring out if this draft pick is going to be good. But if you can trade a 3rd-round draft pick and get a dude who can play right now, fill a hole, maybe safety, cornerback, linebacker, Goody's going to do it. I hope he actually does it.
Well, that's the thing. You said the big word there, actually. Do you actually believe Goody would trade draft picks or assets for a veteran player? We can put that up on the poll at KBN ESPN.
Now,
the big word being actually, because talk is one thing, actions is another thing. 800-990-3776. Do you actually believe Goody would use assets to go get a veteran player? Because the history and the way Green Bay Packers management and front office does things would prove otherwise.
To me, Goody would need a deal. That's the only way. I don't think the Packers, they're so traditional, they're so calculated. I don't think they're going to overpay for anybody or anything. That's why they haven't done trades like this in the past. That's why they haven't done free agents in the past. So if he can find the right situation, or maybe it's a disgruntled player, maybe it's a player that's made it clear he doesn't want to play there anymore, but he's got gas in the tank and he's a fit for the Packers and wants to win now, I think he can do that. So it's got to be at least neutral or win the deal. I think Goody's trying. Whether it's going to be actually happening,
Yeah, but Brad,
I'd say it's
Brad,
more than 50%.
The reason why I'm stopping, you're saying these words I've been hearing the last 7 to 8 years I've been doing this on these airwaves is we were in the mix. They were trying to make a midseason trade. They were one of the 4 teams that inquired about
They
this.
kicked the tires.
You know, like whether it be there was 3 straight years. I think it was Emmanuel Sanders. I think it was Will Fuller. I think it was another wide receiver that I'm blanking on, but there was 3 straight years. Whether it would have been the right move or not, Packer fans were begging them to give Aaron Rodgers another weapon outside of Devontae Adams, and they don't pull the trigger. I know the Chase Claypool one looks horrible.
Yes, it sure does.
But that was one where people actually were like, hey, it would have been nice. Like, I think the Packers were in that conversation, actually.
They were.
The Bears offered more than the Packers. Blessing in disguise, a.k.a. organization like the Bears doing stuff that the Bears do.
They sure do. And to me, I'm just trying to, usually that comes out after the fact, right? Goody is talking about it ahead of time. Because, you know, you might say, oh, Emmanuel Sanders is available for trade. You don't hear much from the Packers side of it until after the deal is done, is that, oh, they were in it, they inquired, they were in the mix, as you said, which is true. I've never heard Goody talk so much about it on the front end of like building up Packer expectations that this is something he wants to do. I wonder if even he's putting it out there to say, teams, give me a call. I want a little bit of free advertising to say, you know what? You wanna get rid of a guy who might help us now? You want some draft picks? Give me a call. And this is my invitation for you to do that.
Yeah, we also put a little bit of target on the team's back and saying, do you think this team can win the Super Bowl next year? I do. So he's feeling. I like the thought process there. Send that audio to all 31 other GMs in the NFL. Larry McCarron and Goody talking about what the Packers might be interested in doing and pursuing a veteran. When you have 5 picks in the top 100, got a little more ammo in the back. You know, he's probably holding Ace King.
Oh, that's a good position to be bargaining from right there.
I wish I knew more about poker. I know Ace King's good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he's got pocket rockets.
Suited?
You know, he doesn't have pocket rockets. I know that.
No.
Maybe Ace King. Maybe Ace King suited. What's wrong with you, Chris?
That was good.
What's wrong with you, Chris? Rutledge and Hamilton are going to join us next, and I'm curious as to get the perspective of our Bears fan, Jim Rutledge, on 100.5 ESPN on our question, who do you think the Bears fans would rather have, Caleb Williams on a rookie deal or Jordan Love on a 4-year, $50 million deal, where Caleb Williams is winning that poll? Poof. I know Jim's going to say Caleb Williams and take a shot at Jordan Love. I'm just excited to see how he does it next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin.